Hi students, this is Miss Overly with lesson 03, one of my favorite things, probability. Today, by the end of this lesson, you will be able to find simple probabilities. So let's start with one of my favorite good old probability problems, working with a die. So we've got our standard dice, and just kind of think to yourself, with a standard dice, what does that mean for us? How many sides does it have? So the question is, what is the probability of rolling an odd number? Whoops, I thought I had that pen. There we go, an odd number on a standard die. So I like to remind myself first that probability is always favorable over total. And in this case, favorable numbers are, let's see, the odd numbers would be 1, 3, and 5. So 3 of the sides are favorable out of 6 total sides. So you could leave it like this. You could write a reduced fraction of 1/2. You could write it as a decimal. Or, what's the last option? As a percent. So fraction, decimal, or percent. Alright, now, you know how creative I am with my socks. Let's suppose that Miss Overly's sock drawer contains 4 red, 3 green, 6 blue, excuse me, or 2 yellow socks. What's the probability of randomly selecting a sock that is not yellow? So again, probability is what we're being asked to find. Probability is always favorable over total. So how many socks are not yellow? Because that's what is favorable here. So 7 plus 6 is 13 socks are not yellow out of 15 socks total. If we add those 2 yellow socks in. So again, you could leave it as a fraction. You could write this as a decimal. Let me use my calculator quickly to divide. 0.87. Or you could write it as a percent. And our last example looks a little bit at experimental probability. So this is when you actually run an experiment, gather data. So we're going to use the results in the table. What is the experimental probability of rolling a 3? So, and I know it's hard to see those tallies, but it looks like there were 7 times that happened to be a 3. And remember, probability is favorable over total. So we know 7 of the times during the experiment were a 3, and then we'll have to add up all these other numbers to get our total. 7 out of 25. And this time I'm going to leave it as a fraction, but again, probability could be written as a fraction, decimal, or percent. Alright, so now we've reviewed some different ways to find simple probability. Remind yourself, what is probability? Be thinking about what might throw people off in a situation like this.